Laughter is supposed to be the best medicine. It is a universal signal of joy, humor, and relief. When we hear laughter, our brains are wired to think that everything is okay. But what if it isn't? What if laughter isn't a reaction, but a disease? What if it spreads like the flu, jumping from person to person, until an entire community is paralyzed by it? Welcome back to The Glitch. Today, we are looking at one of the most unsettling medical mysteries of the 20th century. We are going to the year 1962. Strangely, the same year Arkhipov saved the world, to a small village in what is now Tanzania. This is the story of the Tanganyika laughter epidemic. The setting is the boarding school in the village of Kashasha. It is a mission school run by German nuns. The students are local children, mostly teenage girls. It is January 30th. The day begins like any other. Classes, prayers, meals. But then, in a corner of a classroom, 3 girls start giggling. Maybe someone told a joke. Maybe someone tripped. We don't know the trigger, but we know the result. The giggling didn't stop. It grew louder. It turned into full-blown belly laughter. And then, it started to spread. It moved through the classroom like a shockwave. Other students started laughing uncontrollably. The teacher tried to regain order, but it was impossible. Within hours, the laughter had spread to 95 of the 159 students. Now, you might be picturing a scene from a Disney movie, a school full of happy, chuckling children. But this wasn't happiness. It was hysteria. The victims weren't having fun. They were in pain. They described feeling a sensation of doom, of being chased. The laughter came in attacks that lasted anywhere from a few minutes to several hours. And it wasn't just laughter. The symptoms included fainting, respiratory problems, rashes, and uncontrollable crying. The girls were terrified, but their bodies wouldn't stop shaking with mirth. The school administration was helpless. The nuns couldn't catch the virus because, as it turned out, the condition only affected the local population, not the Europeans. But the school was in chaos. On March 18th, unable to control the students, the school was forced to close. The children were sent home to their villages. And this is where the glitch gets worse. They took the laughter with them. When the girls arrived back in their home village of Nshamba, the epidemic jumped to their families. It spread to their fathers, mothers, and siblings.
Thank you. It is busy today.
In April and May, over 200 people in the village were stricken with the uncontrollable laughing attacks. The epidemic continued to wave across the region for months. It shut down 14 schools. It affected over 1,000 people. It wasn't until nearly a year and a half later that the phenomenon completely died out. So, what happened? Was it a virus? A bacterial infection? A curse? Scientists and toxicologists swept the area. They tested the food, the water, and the blood of the victims. They found nothing. No virus, no bacteria, no toxins. The diagnosis was mass psychogenic illness. Just like the dancing plague of 1518, this was a case of the human hard drive crashing under pressure. Tanganyika, in 1962, was a country in transition. It had just gained independence. The students at the mission school were under immense pressure. They were caught between the traditional expectations of their elders and the new, modern expectations of the school. They were stressed, anxious, and fearful of the future. The human brain has a limit to how much stress it can handle. When it hits that limit, it needs a release valve. For the people of Strasbourg in 1518, that valve was dancing. For the children of Tanganyika, it was laughter. We are going to Boston, to the year 1919. It's a cold January afternoon. People are walking through the North End. They hear a low rumble, then a roar. They look up and see a wave coming toward them. A wave 25 feet high. But it isn't water. It's brown. It's sticky. And it's moving at 35 miles per hour. Next time, we open the file on the Boston molasses flood. The day a city was drowned in
Look out,
sugar.
the tank!